And welcome back. Sword and Shield information has finally arrived to us. We got several new Pokemon. We got new shots. We got new mechanics. We got a whole bunch of things. Now, normally speaking, I would try to maybe use the my phone, the camera, and the stand to capture recording. But frankly, this doesn't seem worth it until I can really get the tech to. And I know it's not hard to get a software like that. I'm poor and time as well. That's a question that actually will be addressed later on in the Q&A because we're doing the Q&A tonight. Should point that out right now. We're doing the Q&A tonight. It's not going to be live streamed as we were planning. Just not enough questions really warrant a live stream. So we're just going to do a video recording of it and go from there. The point being that I'll still talk about what we got from the direct, all that stuff. It's a lot of information. A lot of information. So, I mean, just to start off with, new Pokemon. We have new Pokemon finally. Like, new Pokemon, not just our starter Pokemon. And I'm just trying to get to the new Pokemon. But there it is, new Pokemon page. I don't talk about leaks at all, at least with Pokemon. Frankly, I don't really talk about leaks that much anyway. But there was a leak that dropped a few days ago, like around, I want to say the 23rd, so maybe about a week ago, or give or take, that actually called a lot of the things that came out in this direct. And some of them are like the new Pokemon. We got Wooloo, who's a normal type sheep Pokemon. I'm surprised we got a new sheep instead of, just Mareep showing around. But hey, whatever. New sheep, new Pokemon, that's cool. And it's Wooloo, and it's just a fun name. I like this fact. He's just this cute little ball of cotton and fluff. I do like it. I mean, it's clear this is definitely a Route 1 Pokemon. You can tell. Same with Gossifleur, which is a grass type Pokemon. It looks like a little, not a little person. Looks like its leaves are a bunch of hair. It's got a flower for its big hat and its little stem. Quite adorable. And then it turns into Eldegoss, which I like that name a lot. Eldegoss. Reminds me a lot of Jumpluff or Whimsicott. But it's basically the evolved version of. That's the first evolution we've seen. The one that I will definitely be getting if it is an early stage Pokemon on my team, Dreadnought. This giant snapping turtle looking Pokemon. Even if it doesn't evolve, which I would like to hope it evolves. Because this thing already looks badass enough. It's just a snapping turtle Pokemon. It's this water rock snapping turtle that looks pretty beast. It's the bite Pokemon. So, they classification Pokemon. But yeah, I guess Cerebi didn't include the bite Pokemon. But apparently these things are extremely vicious. It takes a skilled trainer team to handle them, and some trainers will release theirs back into the wild once they discover they can't handle it. And we also got Corviknight. Now, Corviknight is a steel-flying Raven Pokemon. Corviknight, clearly Knight is from Knight, because it looks like it's wearing a suit of armor in some regard. Corvin, I believe, is like a term for Raven. It's a different language. And it's a beastly look, but it's a badass looking Pokemon. But it's clear this is a final evolution Pokemon. I have to believe this is the final stage of the bird we meet on our beginning routes. This is also the way we fly, essentially. We go back to starting town. So clearly they're going to have ways that are like the Poke Ride, but not exactly the same for traveling. And we finally got our two legendaries as well. And they're the things that, when I look at the cover of a Pokemon game, like the logo, it's like the legendaries. Like, okay, I just go with which one looks cooler in my mind. And, I was hoping Sword would look cooler, and Sword looks, I'll be honest, Zacian, I can't remember exactly how it's pronounced, but it's Zamazenta is the name of the shield one. I like the shield one better, frankly. The fact that the sword one is literally holding a sword in its mouth, where does it put it when it needs to eat? There's logistics that don't quite add up looking at this thing. It is cool. It's a cool looking wolf, but frankly, the shield one just looks better in my opinion. And I'm sure there's going to be people who disagree with me. That's fine, but I think the shield one, frankly, looks better. I'll have to ask one of my friends what they're getting. But then we get into the actual game. I got the video up, so I'm just going on silent, so no flagging. We got a great shot of what I believe is the starting town I believe it's a starting town. Great shot, a great little shot of that. Shot of the main second city you go to, the main one that's looks kind of industrialized at night. Great shot of that, and you can see there's a gym that clearly they say the first gym leader is the grass one. You go to this later on, kind of like in Ruby and Sapphire. Great shot of that dragon city. How it looks like a dragon with these wing-like towers to it. It's so great. And then you get a good shot of the trainer there. Your rival, whose name is Hop, who is, I believe, the nephew of the champion, which is interesting. Now, I unfortunately that tells me right off the bat that he's not going to be what we were hoping for in the jerk rival. But he doesn't have to necessarily be a jerk. Like, I actually like Charon and Bianca. I thought they were solid rivals. So if you can get something that's at least better than How sucked as a rival. How just was not good. And quite frankly, something besides the X and Y rivals that we got, because that was just not that great. And then we get a brief shot of you going down to the that what we believe is another think words here. Another laboratory, and we do learn the name of the professor. It's Professor not McGonagall. Shoot. Well, seeing as I got this information up here, it's Professor. New characters. Professor. Yeah, no, it was Magnola. There we go. Professor Magnola, and apparently her granddaughter Sonia, who was a childhood friend of the champion, is our research assistant. So she's probably going to be a trainer you catch on, and I can already see the new Baze is like, because she's, let's be honest, she's an attracting looking female character in Pokemon. I can see new like memes and stuff being made about her. Get shot of that that Dugtrio statue, that desert area. Not a lot of it, mind you, but you get a shot of it. Been more of that steampunk area. You see Sonia in one of the labs. See the professor. She's old. She's studying the Dynamax effect, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Right now I'm going through chat. Now here's the thing. We see one wild encounter right off the bat where there's no Pokemon in the overworld. It's in the grass. But later on, as we go to this area known as the wild area, there are God knows how many Pokemon. Excuse me. Oh, I had a piece of cheesecake earlier. Coming back on me a little bit. We have God knows how many Pokemon in the overworld, and a couple shots from different locations will look really cool. But the wild area is essentially that big field area, and beyond, it goes past just that field. Because there's under the bridge, up all the way into like the snow area. All of that is the wild area. And different Pokemon are going to appear due to weather conditions and times of day. And they appear in the overworld. Like we see Wobbuffets, we see Beware, we see Hippowdon. We see Snovers, Rhydons. There's some more of the Corviknight there. What else we got here? We got a Gyarados in the water. There's just so much here. Now, here's the thing. I brought this up a while back when I did my predictions for it. And initially, I didn't think I might have speculated there might have been, and it turns out there is. But it looks like it's only for certain areas. I fall into that rare camp of people where I'm not big on the idea of... Okay, not the idea. I'm not big on the playing idea of Pokemon in the overworld. I don't like the idea. It's like, oh, look, I'm going to go get that now. Oh, look, I'm going to go get that now. To me, I'm like, in some sense, no, and I get everyone who likes it. I do. But part of the fun of Pokemon for me is not knowing what's going to come up. If I can just see what I'm going for and just head for it, it kind of takes out a little of the fun for me. But it looks like they're going for a mix. And on that, if that's the case, I can withstand. I would have tolerated it anyway to try the game out to begin with. But I can go along with it in this case. If they're doing it as a mixed style, I can definitely go along with it at that point. I got a Mudsdale there. We got Seismitoad, Tyranitar, Avalarg. You can use a bike, and now they clearly have another method. I think this is to replace Surf. Your bike can double on the water, and they show you a Milotic, a Remoraid, or a Mantike, one of the two. Excuse me, not a Remoraid or a Mantike. Yeah, they show you kind of coaxing a Pokemon out of the grass. Looks like it's a Stuffy. So there's that as well. And then they get into the gimmick of this region, which is Dynamax, which essentially causes Pokemon to become giant. And that's it. Now there's more to it than that. Dynamax Pokemon, for the max moves essentially. When a Dynamax Pokemon, when a Pokemon is Dynamaxed, their moves will turn into max moves. These moves are varying depending on the moves and which category. For example, status moves change to a max guard, while damaging moves change into different moves based on their type with effects. So it's kind of like Z crystals, a little bit. Like if you have a normal technique, it will turn into the Z move, but it can be whatever technique you want, and you can use it multiple times. However, like Z moves and Mega Evolution, you can only use it once per battle, and you only get 3 turns to use it. So I can kind of see that to some degree. So which means you can't just use it from the bat and hope to win. You gotta be a little bit more strategic, especially when you get to some of the higher gym battles. They also explain how gyms, are like sporting events here. They will televise them for people. The first gym leader, his name's Milo. He's the grass gym leader. I like the way he looks. He's just, oh man, his face is a little weird. It looks almost like a Ditto. But the sun hat, he's got a bunch of Pokeballs on his belt, which I don't even know if they're belt. They almost look like freaking coffee trays hanging on his side. And he uses that, oh god, what was the name? Elder something. He uses what was the name of it? The Eldergoss. He uses that as one of his main Pokemon. And you see a max battle between it and, a bunch of the other Pokemon, like basically the starters, which is really cool. It is really cool. I like that. And you get a shot of Leon, who is the gym leader. They show off a couple more shots of the region. Great look. If nothing else, the visuals are stunning on this game. Absolutely. I don't have a Switch myself. I will obviously be getting a Switch, and I might be getting some other people's Switches too. Keep that on the down low, unless said people actually watch my videos, in which case, surprise. Of course, you don't even know if I'm talking about you or not, so haha. Of course, that's over. I don't make my finances won't allow me to, just do that outright. I have to, do that over periods of time. So yeah, one last thing I do want to mention though is with the legendaries, with that a little bit with the legendaries, they talk about what role they will play in the game. Like what is their role in the region? 1 second. There we go. And I think, because a lot of people keep talking about that, they keep talking about the dragon, or whatnot, and or that not the painting, the Muscalines, the Stonehenge. What am I talking? The carving in the mountain. What that Pokemon is, and they talk about maybe it's a dragon. And here's the thing: if you know about certain lore with European lore, like Romulus and Remus and whatnot, about the 2 wolves that were used in aid to take down the what was the name of it? The something dragon. You see, there's the shield one. I'm not gonna try to pronounce their names right now. See, there's a sword one. They kind of relax. They meet up with each other like they're brothers or something like that. Like they haven't just recognized each other. And then the wind blows, and they go back to back. Like, okay, we need to fight something. That tells me that they're not going to be, like, whatever the evil team is in this one, they're not going to be the main thing, the main goal of the evil team. In fact, I think it's going to be your job to rescue these legendaries to stop the real bad legendary, which is probably the dragon. By the way, if you can remember what the name of that dragon is, let me know in the comments below. So yeah, that's look, I iffy on the Dynamax mechanic. I'll be honest, I probably only use it when I absolutely have to. I don't intend to use it very often in the game. But I don't intend to use it very often, but if I have to, I can. again, I think from what I can tell, they reached a middle ground with the whole Pokemon in the overworld. Otherwise, and thank God for that, because otherwise, I probably would have been like, "Oh, I'll get it," but I probably won't be very happy about this. So it looks like they're only doing it in certain areas, which I think is the best blend of things. I don't think you should ever go full one way. Like Let's Go did it, and most people seem to like Let's Go. At least for that. I mean, most people like the game fine, but it's not like it's an overly hard game. So there's that. At least from what I understand. And anyway, that's my thoughts on the stuff we got for Pokemon Shield and Sword. I'm really looking forward to this game. We'll probably get more with E3, more Pokemon, more information, more screenshots, a whole bunch of stuff. So I can't wait for it. But until then, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you folks next time. The Q&A will be up later tonight. We're going to record that. So just keep your eyes out for that. If you got any last-minute questions you want to add to the Q&A video that I did, not the actual Q&A, but the announcement video I did is in the playlist below or in the comments below. Or just check videos. You'll find it. If you want to add any videos or comments before we do the Q&A tonight, let me know. Or just put it in the comments below. So you know what I meant. Put it in the video. Huh. I'm so caught on my standard phrasing that I keep saying it by mistake. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.